It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills, and it's all up next.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Flushed out right. And running with power here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Out of the gun, Goff, rolling to his left, able to shake him off. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Gone. On the move to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, a 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They run for the first time with James Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Jack Campbell running him down behind the line.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They run it again with Cook. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll try the middle with Cook. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 1st down, here's the run with Cook.
Ooh, the juke. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
What's that? What's that?
From the gun, it's Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that, but he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now we got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Second and goal from the 1.
What's that?
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman from a yard out. And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And just shutting him off there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Eluding the pressure right. That escapes the sack.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Goff now to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down.
Here's Goff. And fights him off. Being chased out left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner, put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Goff. Out to his left.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. Steps away. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now Goff, rolling to his left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
Goff looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
That is into the hands of Coleman downfield. He's to the 15.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Keon Coleman.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
3rd and 4.
Here's Goff. Flush to his right. Escapes the sack. Able to get away. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. To throw is Goff. On the move to his left. Shakes off the sack. And they move this all the way down to the 9. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. Fights loose. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there, as that one was knocked away.
Out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions have regained the lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Now 2nd and 5.
Look out!
Cook up the gut. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The tackle there by Ben Neiman.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From midfield, here's Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying.
And he works free. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Off play action. Here's Goff. They'll roll him out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now it's Goff. Steps away. And he fends him off. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Goff. Rolling to his right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Rolling to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Goff now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
Allen now looks to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Allen going to throw. And this is Cook with the ground. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Allen. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Samuel in motion. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And again, it's Allen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. 15 yards that time. And first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To the air, Allen working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This 2nd and 4. On play action, Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation, and they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 50 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Cook. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Again, it's Cook. And Cook will get in for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills have cut the lead back down to 2. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Goff. Buying time to his left. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 82 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Badgley on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
To throw, it's Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Coleman has it here right side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Cook diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their own 27.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Goff on the move to his left. And bulldozing his way through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
First down, Lions.
Goff now looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Fighting through pressure. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
And that last run is going to set a new NFL record. Most rush yards in a single game by a quarterback, surpassing Justin Fields, who had 178 in 2022 in a ball game.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 4th down, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Off play action. Here's Goff. Flushed out right. They shakes him off. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Goff now to throw. Oh, he stays up, eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Staying on his feet, dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Flush to his right.
Right side to Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Goff.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here we go on 4th. Goff steps away to his left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here come the Bills. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 43 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit. But this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now Cook running right. And the Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll buy some time right. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Goff. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills have moved out in front.
So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.